say there have been times where it felt like the universe was trying to tell me maybe you shouldn't do this anymore, right? I did have one of the biggest wrecks of my life when my car was performing the best it had ever had, right? And then that car was gone and we have to start over. So for those who don't know, my boyfriend, Kyle Greenhill, who is a top-notch Spec Miata driver, was diagnosed with leukemia about 2 years ago, and he had to stop racing. And that was a life-changing moment. And we came out of that and he was getting better. You know, fingers crossed, I think we beat it.
I don't know, it's a tough time. Chemo fucking sucks. I don't recommend it for anybody. It takes everything out of you. And a stem cell transplant from my older brother, which pretty much the stem cell transplant was what saved my life. Dude, honestly, racing, bro. Racing, like, keeps you in it. Like, I sat in the hospital watching races. Like, I have a flash drive from, like I showed you earlier, all races all the way to 2015. Like, I'll sit there and watch them all.
Almost as soon as he started racing again, I had the worst crash of my life. So I was in a wreck here that put me out of racing for 6 months. So as much as we support each other in racing, right, we had this weird timing of not being able to match up and not being on track at the same time for almost 2 years. And it's meant the world, I think, to both of us to be able to be back on track together and racing side by side in some instances.
Okay, cat major. Oh, Sam's crash. So I was still in recovery from the leukemia, but I was able to go to the track and stuff. I was able to be out. This was like my first race to be pretty much back at the track, and Sam got in a pretty good wreck in turn 2. She was pushed pretty much around, and then tank slapped the wall sideways. She was sent to the hospital. Her car was totaled. It was just a nightmare. Where, I don't know, worst thing you could see pretty much. And once I was cleared to race, she pretty much wasn't.
I think perseverance is a pretty good skill in life, and trying to see the sunny side, because there's always a dark side, right? But if you give it too much attention, you will drown in that. So how do you continue to persevere? And that tells a better story in the end, right? It's so hard in the moment, but it's so much more meaningful when you come out the other side.
I don't know, I would never imagine that I'd go chase my girlfriend around on track. Like, I don't know, it was such a blast. I feel like we looked adorable. Not a lot of people get to say that either.